I've been teaching people about maple most of my adult life. I guess you'd say it got started, I was a junior in college at UVM, and my Alpha Zeta fraternity brothers said they had a project they would like me to think about doing. So I said okay, and they sent me down to the Vermont Farm Show that year, 1971. I was just 20, and I tried out for the Vermont Maple King. Well, lo and behold, I got selected as 1971 Vermont Maple King. Mary Horrigan was the queen that year, and we spent the next year helping to teach people about maple. We'd go to fairs, field days, Eastern States Exposition, and teach about maple, spread the word. And from there I graduated from the University of Vermont as an ag teacher. I taught vocational agriculture to high school students for 6 years, everything about agriculture including maple. And in 1978 I had the opportunity to become the county ag agent in Lamoille County for the University of Vermont. That began my career with them. I retired in 2017 after 39 years, starting out there as a county agent and then progressing into being a statewide farm safety specialist and maple production specialist. And that was a very, very wonderful job, working with people, wonderful people. Maple producers are fantastic. They'll share what works well, and they'll share what didn't work so well in their sugar house. So the line comes down through the woods here, and I have to go underneath it with a tractor. So the question is, can you make sap go uphill? And I'll show you what it can do. With the 3/16 lines, they're small enough to maintain a steady flow. And I come down to this tree here, and there it is, going up, a crossover where the tractor will drive, back down, and you can see going up and around does not make any difference whatsoever. It works just fine. I simply brought it down around the tree, wrapped it around to hold it snug, and here we go. It's headed on down to that blue barrel. So can you make a bridge? Absolutely. Is it red maple or soft maple? Some people say they don't like tapping soft maples. I got no problem tapping soft maple. It's running just fine. Sap coming down through the line. That's the soft maple right here. I'll step down to big maple, sugar maple. We're pulling 29 inches on the vacuum gauge from the pump. A little diaphragm pump does absolutely wonderful. You look at the sap coming in through these lines, all of them. It rose to 51 degrees this afternoon. It's backed off to about 49 right now. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and the sap is running like crazy. We've had 4 days below freezing, so they're charged. They're ready to run. Sap lines coming into the sugar house. Running pretty well today. 27th of February, 2018. All of them doing what I would hope them to do. 7 lines coming in, all running pretty well. Come into the manifold, where they come into a system. Look at what's happening here. It comes in to the sugar house through this manifold that I made. This is total amount of main line that I've got, all of about 7 feet. It's pretty interesting. But there are 7 lines that come in from the woods, and get up here where we can see it better. Each one comes in and comes into the main line through these supports here, and they loop around, go back out through the wall, and I've got a washer there that keeps it from going any further. Hits up against the connector, so it keeps the tension off from the fitting here. So each one of these is set up the same way, and as you can see, these 3/16 lines, they're a clear line, and it's very easy to see what's happening in each one of the lines. So at this point, I'm going to go outside, and we'll take a look at what's happening here. I'm going to swing around. Here's the line coming from the north, and as we can see here, it's coming in pretty well. And then we work around, and I can look at each one of these lines as they're coming in, and it gives us a good visual of exactly what's happening. I'm going to come down here underneath. Try to get the best way to get this thing to focus in. It comes in, this is the back of the sugar house, back of the RO room, and these lines come down off the hill. I try to make them downhill tight and straight as much as possible. It's the gravity, the elevation drop, sap coming through the 3/16 lines that creates additional vacuum at the top of the lines. So we've got 23.5 inches of vacuum coming in at the pump, and I'm going to walk up over the hill here. I'm going to keep this running, and this warm 2-3 days has just really taken the snow away, and so we're going to just kind of walk up here and take a look at what some of these vacuum gauges at the top of the system is showing us. I've got 3 of them right here fairly close together. All right, here's one here, and this is pulling about 28.5 inches. So we've got a gain of 5 inches of vacuum at the top of the line due to the 3/16 tubing and the gravity pulling it downhill. And we've got another one that's also about 28.5 inches, net gain of 5 inches. You can see the sap coming in. Now, one thing I'll point out, we get a lot of bubbles. The tree gives off gas as well as liquid. So that's what we're getting. This is normal, and this is what it looks like coming down through the 3/16 lines. There's one over here, and oh my goodness, this one is actually reading just over 29 inches of vacuum. You can't ask for anything more than that. As you can see very clearly here, sap and gas coming out of the tree down through the system. This vacuum gauge is simply teed in, and then it carries it over here to the lateral line, and it goes on down through, down over the hill, and it's that vertical drop, as I said, that provides the increase in the vacuum at the top of the line.
7 3/16 lines coming in from the hillside. Running real well today. And pulling sap in from about 85 taps. We've got a full tank of sap. It's going to be a busy day. And there's a vacuum pump here that helps to pull the sap from the trees downhill to the sugar house. And when it comes through the pump here, it ends up coming over here and gets dumped into the big tank. And it's all coming in and is filtered. So it's nice and clean. Periodically we need to change the sap filter. This is a 5 micron sap filter. See, it's starting to get dirty. Time to be changed. Take that one out. Nice new, brand new one right in there. That way the sap coming in. It's filtered. Nothing goes through the evaporator except clean, filtered sap. That's the way you make a quality syrup. Some of the sap we simply have to dump into the tank right here, as Grandma just did. Behind this wall is my sap storage tank. It's a 200-gallon tank. It's an old dairy cooled bulk tank, milk tank. And this is a little information about how much sap it takes to make 1 gallon of syrup. It all depends on the sugar content of the sap, and it does vary from year to year, from day to day, from tree to tree. But that's a very simple process. Divide 86 by the sweetness, and that gives you the approximate number of gallons it'll take to make 1 gallon of syrup. And down below here, now that I've got an RO, I put together a little chart that shows how many gallons on the right it'll take to make 1 gallon of syrup based upon the sugar content and the number on the left. That's the percent sugar in the sap. We take a look out through the window I made, and we can see the sap coming in 5 o'clock at night, but it's really flowing well. That's what you like to see.